Oh, we need to go back to the old lady. Apparently I killed a mega creature last session. Saw the achievement on the Steam on the Steam page, library page. It must have been the larger canid. Sure that she's happy now.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
See? What a bitch. I should have just... Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know. Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
She's not a good person. Oh, I don't want to say that. I just say I made a mess of things. Guess I'm just trying to set it right. Because you're not better off with you running the place.
This don't put us on even footing, you understand. But it is a start.
Why would she...
I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
All the doors closed. The door can't be closed. Can you kill her at this point? If I want to do this, I gotta do this right. You know, even after you help her, she's saying all these nasty things. You can't kill her anymore. Is she dead? Is she dead? Yes. Well, that's what you get. That is what you get. everything's still okay, right? I mean, let's look at this deserter reputation. Where is it at? It's like we need that reputation anyway. Yeah, just 90. What? What does that mean? Oh, 90% negative. Positive is still 100%, so I guess we're in the middle. They're just nervous. Okay. You know, it's like after I helped you, the least you could do is not say all these mean, nasty things, you know? And now your dream of running Edgewater is diminished forever. These guys didn't know, right?
Here they come!
Even you, Zoe? Zoe got... Oh my god, she got completely destroyed. Well, let's see. So who's gonna run? It doesn't matter to me. Hold on. Comes to the power. Deliver Reeves' message. Okay, so it doesn't even matter. The quest is completed. I'm happy with this resolution. Just loot the shit out of everybody. They'll be able to send someone if Reed doesn't want to take over after she's gone. You know, since she's dead. Yeah, I don't care. I don't think we're gonna come back to this planet anyway. Are we? But I am fully satisfied. Oh yeah, I'll take your long ranger there, Missy. I am very happy with this result. Because yeah, after you help her, she's like, "Oh, this is not a reward. This is a ransom." You know what the fuck was that? I can't accept that. You know, you helped her, you sided with her, and then you're gonna be nasty. So yeah, your whole colony, your whole settlement is destroyed. And I like Grace Romero. I like her a lot. Oh well, she doesn't like him anyway. Even though even after I told her that Parvati, that is, I told her that the guy likes her, and she was like, no, he just like what my the way I teach, and because he was a student of mine or something like that. Well, no. And then that girl who wanted to be a bandit, this is her only thing left of her, Zoe. Ashes. And she's still holding some Adrena time. That's actually pretty funny. Okay. Well, they're all destroyed, Parvati. What do you think?
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
The game is unable to recognize or process what just happened. But I don't care. I'm happy. I am very happy. Let's leave this galaxy forsaken planet. I am so happy. This is not a reward. This is a ransom. Fucking bitch. Not a nice person. See, the thing about Reed, you know, even though he's like a corporate guy and everybody hates him, everybody thinks that he's mean, and even though all he's doing is just, you know, he's just following protocol or whatever. The thing about him, you know, when he heard that, okay, you know, she can grow crops and she can heal people from this plague, he was like, okay, I'm gonna step down. See, that's an honorable thing to do. He's an honorable person. Meanwhile, Adeline, you help her. You know, she was pretty much, Edgewater was pretty much hers, you know. And then she was like, this is not a reward, this is a ransom. What was that? I mean, what the fuck was that? You gotta think about that. You know, it's just that she's just not a good person, so. That's the bottom line, she's just not a good person. Okay. Wait. Oh, we looted this from the body of that guy who was gonna watch this with the bandit lady. That's funny. Nice. So what do we have to do next? Go to the ship. Okay. See, we don't even have to return to town. We just need to go back to our ship. I know the game wouldn't recognize it if I go back to Reed, and you know, I'm not gonna be able to tell him, hey, I actually off that bitch. I'm not gonna be able to do that because I guess the game is not ready for this kind of decision making. Oh fuck, what the heck? There's another one, or it's not dead. Okay. Primal brain. Oh, what? You couldn't handle a baby baboon? Come on now, Parvati. You can handle a baby baboon. Yes, you can. It was a long drop. Oh god. Nice. Our beautiful ship. You know, I wish I could just go back and tell Reed, hey, I want to tell you the secret. She's actually using corpses to grow the plants, so you should do the same thing.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive on? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Those people in Edgewater need you.
That's just it. I don't think they need me. What they need is a good mechanic to treat Bess right and change her compressors every now and again, but that can't always be me. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Staring at my ass? No, thank you. You just met me. Why would you want to go into space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. But I've been thinking about Miss McDevitt too. She took care of her folk. Kept them fed and safe. She was a sweet old lady. She didn't deserve to die.
Who? Who's Mr. McDevitt? Wait, hold on. Did I miss something? Who's Miss McDevitt? Oh, the old lady. So she does know that the old lady died because I killed her. That nasty ass. No, she didn't. I don't know what got it. What? No, she. Why would I say that? Yeah, please. She wasn't that sweet.
What difference does that make? Honest to law, do you just shoot anybody you don't like?
Yeah.
You really are baffling. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before we showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You've done some kindness hereabouts.
That's funny.
I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
That's funny. The game is so confused. Because after I decided to allow the lady to come back, I shot her because of the nasty mouth. And then she was saying she didn't deserve to die, so the game was able to recognize the fact that she did die. But then she reverted back to me saving the whole town, and then now we might have a garden, like as if she was still alive. I messed up the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna say she didn't deserve to die. She did deserve to die. And it's not a matter of just shoot anybody I want. You know, I mean, we helped her. You know, we chose her side. We got rid of Reed. And then she's gonna come back. She insulted you. She said some nasty thing about you the first time we met her. And then now, you know, after we helped her, she was like, "Oh, here's a watch. You know, this is not a reward. This is a ransom." You know, what was that? She wasn't a good person. she probably would do damage to that community. So and then Parvati is like in so much trauma because she was able to detect that lady is dead, and then and at the same time the game is just not ready with the kind of decision making that I that I'm going to input into the game. It's just, but it was just funny though how I was still able to kill her even after picking her side, you know. So it's cool that the game would actually allow me to do it. So But the game just can't handle that kind of logic, I guess. I'll be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours. Least I could do, I guess, since I have traumatized you like really badly, Parvati. So that's the least that I could do for you.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
You weren't so happy earlier when I said, yeah, she did deserve to die. And then now she's like, oh yeah, at least I can get into the ship. It's pretty funny.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
I'd like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Yoshi? Come here. Sweetheart. That girl doesn't listen anymore. If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
That's interesting. Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Because it's the right thing to do. It's coming from me.
A commendable attitude.
Okay, that's all you got to say about that, huh? Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French, and they don't have Google Translate.
Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bokonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bokonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay, let me just check on something real quick. Seriously? Only one guy in this whole colony that can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Why can't we ask the AI? That sounds like a great idea.
I can't believe my desperation has led me to you. Well, I just remembered there actually is a list like that. The Groundbreaker has access to it. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Don't be giving me attitude, Vicar. You're kind of cute, but don't be testing me. You know what happened to Adeline, right? How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, behave, bitch. You better behave. Oh, no. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. That was it. There was a couple of other things that I could have talked to him about, but I guess it's not going to give me the option anymore. I have too many plasma weapons. Everything's plasma? I converted everything into plasma. No, that's not good. Okay, for the light machine gun, maybe we'll, oh, I can't, I don't have any more. Maybe this thing. Quiet muzzler. I already have the whisper, I don't have the whisper quiet. Well, I have the crit one. Oh, will it also increase? No crit damage. Why is it saying 32.5? If I change it. Yeah, I have too many plasma weapons. $2,000, Jesus. Is this the armor that I really want to wear for a while? That doesn't even increase the stats. What? It's just from 2 to 2. That was a waste of bits. Wow. Shock stick. Hold on to these before because I need to equip my the vicar, you know. Where is she? Up here. What happened to Miss Thing? Where is she? What the heck?
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Parvati is supposed to be following us. Well, where is she at? Fine.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Ticket to anywhere, achievement. What's this over here? Vocational competence respecification machine. This is the respec. No. I'm okay with everything right now. I have a little regret when it comes to not primarily focusing on persuade, but other than that, we're okay for now.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Well, let's get out of here. What is all the black lines coming out? Against all odds, the unreliable.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
This better be quick. No. Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about your former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
A lot of places you can go to. Slow down. You're asking me to get involved with the black market.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
I don't like the idea of working with a criminal.
Criminals? Goodness, no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well then, throw me in Tartarus. Plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh, above board, above the Halcyon board. Get it?
You're easily impressed with yourself, huh?
Well, yes. Someone has to be, after all.
You said something about needing a nav key to land on Monarch.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned this thing has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need this gadget for? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
People will actually fall for this? Seems far-fetched.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act out. They won't focus on you.
I'll put it in good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. I need to go check out this holographic whatever. Adelaide's deserters dream of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson. Never dream.
Yourself at home, Captain.
That's pretty funny. But even though, you know, like I said earlier, you know, I chose to give Adelaide the take over the town, but then her dirty mouth got in trouble. The holographic shroud protects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Okay. Obsidian skull. Forged under pressure. The decorative skull is carved with volcanic rock. Sometimes when faced with a choice, the only proper response is to annihilate the people asking you to make it. Is this the reward I got from killing Adelaide and her people? Okay. I guess you better transfer some of these, huh? Because they do have weight on them. How long do they last anyway if you eat these? 30 seconds. It's like, yeah, I mean, the buffs that you get from these are like, they don't last very long. It's like, oh, that one lasts 2 minutes. Okay. Alright. I guess it depends. We'll start checking them out, like, every time we go into battle or we're about ready to, like, talk to somebody important, you know. Maybe that's the best way to approach this. Oxycom aromatic, double oxygenated energizing spray. Okay. Shrink ray. Captain's note. Shrink ray. Note to self. Remember this later. No, better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own 2 eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the things by the achievement of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors, more to be had. Hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, was imbibing at the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udam was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fella. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardets yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who'd claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardet said that the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Black market leads. Why? Why won't Wells just give me the shrink ray? Just give the shrink ray to me. Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth of Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times. But Architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't trust it to someone else like me. What does that mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code to myself. Me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meantime, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Okay, message from Alex Hawthorne. Oh, here's Udam Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional, wink wink. So he has a relationship with Udam. Ooh, weapons from the void. Okay, no. Okay, a lot of messages between him and Udam. Thank you is the subject on this one. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your messages was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that the idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with great regularity. Hello? Hello? Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Please respond. Checking in. Dear Alex, hello, hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it happen a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous to our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again. Wingman, wink. Your dear friend, Udon. A pleasure. Dear Alex, hello, Udon here. Udon Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, perhaps don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color? You know, really tie one on. Let me know. It's kind of sad, actually, now that you're reading this, you know, and knowing what happened to Hawthorne. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Last Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. They have a pretty good relationship. I think they were fucking each other. Let's go to sleep for 8 hours. Sam. A stern older man with warm eyes. Why can't I zoom in? Because I want to see if he's cute. Is he cute? Can't see. Because a stern older man with warm eyes actually sounds kind of sexy, but can't. First ranch Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Poor body. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Oh no. Oh no, Yoshi, what is up? This is not a petunia. Sweetheart, baby, you're acting up, baby. You know what time it is, love? Why is it that you're begging for food non-stop, baby love? Be patient, baby, okay? I'll give you another treat in about a half hour or something, okay? Just go relax. Why don't you just go relax? This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Don't be making crazy noises. No, thank you. You can sleep in the bed. No, love. No, love. I don't want crazy noises. No, No, Whose room is this? Stop. Stop. Did you go pee-pee or something? Do you need to go pee-pee? Oh yeah, I don't know whose room that is. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. The scribblings on these journal pages are utterly illegible. Oh, excuse me. To anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. De Soto? You okay if I pick these up, right? Oh. Why do you have those like laying around? Oh, can I sleep with you here, Vicar? Oh, he has one of the skulls. Index of Banned Literature, Part 1, Various Qualifying Considerations, Part 2, Principal Rules of Restrictive Management, Part 3, Morals and Maxims of Banning Unethical Literature, Part 4, Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination, a refutation of the titles listed herewithin, Part 5, Consequences, the Mind and the Will of Man when Led Astray, Part 6, Official List of Banned Titles. Part 7, Prerequisites for Advancing the Investigation, Outing, and Penalizing of Offenders. Okay. Oh, there's another book here. Oh, what is this? Playing card? Trading card. In mint condition, most of these cards represent players from Hephaestus Hammers and the Tilebackers. Tilebackers. The Art and Science of Toss Ball. Impossible to put down. Order of Scientific Inquiry, Office Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Anti-Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for the most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Okay.
As always, I am at your disposal. Something vexing you, Captain?
At your disposal. Vicar... Oh, no. Let's talk about this personal quest of yours.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Remind me why we want to do that?
If I can access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, I can easily hack into their arrivals and departures registry. That'll give us dates, times, and the crew manifests for every registered ship. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Okay.
Thank you, Captain.
He was a little testy with me earlier. I don't like that. Where's Padma? I mean, Parnati. There she is. She's been sitting here all this time.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. Something busted, Captain?
Your toilet. Do I have a personal toilet though, or do I have to walk all the way down here to take a poop? Let me see. Captain's quarters. I must have a personal toilet here. Right. Oh. I don't. So if I need to poop, Sentry Saber. What? If I need to poop, oh, it's horrible. I have to step out of my room, walk up the stairs. Oh yeah. So you gotta, as soon as you sense the bowel movement, you better start walking, because if not, you might just poop your pants. There's only one bathroom on this ship too, and this is the only one. Oh, this pipe is leaking. Pomardi, you need to fix that. There are a lot of leaking pipes. What the heck? Oh, this is just sparks. Yeah, that needs to be fixed as well. I mean, you see any kind of damage in a spaceship, it's kind of scary, you know?
The repair station is currently idle.
Oh, idle. Okay. Is that what you said? The repair station is currently idle? This repair station? Is this what you said?
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
That's kind of sad. At first you'd think that this Alex is just like a two-dimensional flat character, but he's not. He has a little backstory.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I gotta go eat here in a minute. Know anything about the auto mechanical gathering desk in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning stand. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify Sam. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for Sam to properly operate.
Okay. I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
What happened to the captain who kept pestering his ship computer? The life support was disabled. Ha, ha. Get it?
Play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
I'd like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Terra 2.
Where in Terra 2?
Emerald Vale and Edgewater. You have another location in Terra 2 that you can go to?
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
What do you think of the townspeople?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
How is Edgewater faring since we left it?
Since you diverted power to Edgewater, the botanical lab shut down, and the deserters were forced to return to town. Meanwhile, the cannery's output increased, enabling the town's population to prosper. Thank you for nothing, Captain.
What would you have me done? Kill everyone?
I cannot say. First, I need to adjust my memory interpretation sensors, but I think my answer is yes. Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Where in Terra 2?
Oh.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Are these like the only locations that we can go to? Phineas's orbital lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
Why is that?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
What do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
Make it so, Ada.
I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapons system.
Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
What about the last captain? Do you miss him, or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been other captains of the ship?
Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne who died in Emerald Vale due to excessive internal and external bleeding. I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity in order to sync your commands to my interpretation protocols. I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. You're welcome to continue lying about your identity if you wish, but I know the truth.
Have there been other captains of the ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance?
That's it.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
That is true. Luck doesn't exist. Karma doesn't exist. Heaven doesn't exist. Hell doesn't exist. Well, we're living in hell now. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here. Go eat. And I'll come back a little later. I'm not sure if I'll continue playing this game, but yeah, I'm really into this now. You know what, I might just have to set this back to 4K. Just not performance though, because FSR is not that great when it comes to quality of the image, you know.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
My next what? But anyway, I should go. Gonna go eat. Bye bye.